found a relatively open area, and then by just getting rid of the top layer of dirt and then filling it in where there are gaps, I've got a nice open space here to build my first home. This probably isn't where we end up eventually, but it's going to set us up for the early game at least. I'm going to start off with a 5x5 grid that has 2 more 5x5 grids coming off it, and a 3x5 grid and a 3x5 grid here. So the total down to here is 2 13x5s overlapping so that 3 cross into a corner here. That will probably make a little bit more sense when we get some bricks in the bottom of it and some hardwood. So I'm going to start with cobblestone, and we're going to fill just this section here with cobblestone. This will become our kitchen, so we're going to have a hard stone floor there, and then the rest of the base is going to be hardwood planks. You can find these from most of the starting trees except for birch, but if you find ash or oak, they'll both be able to generate hardwood planks. And there we go. Okay, next up we're going to take a oak log just as it is, straight from the tree, so to speak, and we're going to place them basically in every corner of the building that's internal and external. We're going to place 3 of them like this. So where there's the external corner, it's going to meet at a point there. Oh, did we do 4 there? That's okay, we can take one of those off. We may need that actually later on, but for now, just for clarity, we'll take it away. 1, 2, 3. You can jump and drop down as you do it, and then here as well. And we're going to go all the way around until we've done that on every corner. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice that my armor keeps appearing and disappearing. I have a hide armor add-on. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work perfectly. Occasionally just sort of flickers back in and out again. So if you're wondering, that's what that is. Next up, we're going to get some stone brick stairs. You can make these by turning cobblestone into stone and then putting the brick back in the workshop to get stairs. We're going to go almost all the way around here with these. We're actually going to leave those there for some doors. We're going to come in here and carry on there. And the other place we're going to leave a couple for doors is over this corner here where we've got the slightly larger space around the back of the place here. We're going to leave one just there for a back door because we're going to have a little farming area back here. We'll then start working on the exterior walls. We're going to use a combination of hardwood half slabs, softwood stairs, or hardwood stairs if you can't find the softwood. We're also going to use some simple wood windows. These are made out of harder woods, and we also need some dirt as well. The dirt is going to be removed when we're done. So first of all, on anywhere there's 4 where we'd like windows, we're going to put a window either side. And there's a little tricky. We have to build up some dirt and then place the hardwood slabs against it. Then we can come in and remove the dirt, and that gives us a nice thin wall. The windows are flush on the outside, but they have a nice little indent here, little windowsill on the inside. We can place windows back to back in the 2 spaces, which I think looks pretty good. We'll do that here as well. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little minute to figure out where the windows are going to sit. The game doesn't love putting them down. And then here, I think we want some as well. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nope, doesn't want to put one there, wants to put one there instead. There we go. Yeah, little tricky to place these down at the moment, but we can make it work. Actually completely forgot, on this side, sort of opposite the main door, we're actually going to use full stone blocks here because we're going to make this into a chimney of sorts. So we can come up 3 for now. We're going to place our furnace there. It's going to act as an awesome looking chimney. Okay, so we're going to go back in with our either hardwood or softwood stairs. I think I'm going to use softwood just so we have a slightly different color palette. Whoops. This is a little tricky to do. You've got to click them just right so that they sit upside down on top of the space we're working with. Don't worry if you get a crack in there. It does hang around a little bit longer than it does in other games, but it will eventually, there you go back to normal. Okay, going to whiz around, put these everywhere. Next up, we're going to work on this area here, which is going to have a raised area, which will have our bed on it. we're going to grab some stairs, and using some dirt as a scaffold, we're going to place them like this. And the same again with a slab. And then we're going to use these simple wooden platforms. And before we place one down, we're going to press R, and that lets us see it and select which way it's going to go, which is going to be this way, like so. And then we'll do another run. Oops, there. One more. Oh, we're slightly run out of those. 2 more of those though. And then we'll take the bed that we have. If this was tricky to get, I didn't even see it. It's 2 by 2. Okay, it's pretty big. We'll have to go there then. Yeah, these are pretty tricky to get hold of. The wool actually was the thing that took me the longest to get. So you can use a bedroll if one of these is a little far away from you just now. We're also going to take some simple wooden doors, and again using the R and the rotating option, we'll do double ones there, and then the single one is just going to fit around the back there. You can have it going either way, that's fine for me. There you go. And that will let us in and out. There we go. And the nice thing is about these ones is the game knows that they're double doors and treats them as such. That's awesome. Even without the furniture workbench, there's actually a few things you can make to start making the place look a little bit more homely. First of all, we're going to put our furnace over here to act as a fireplace, and then you can also make a pretty neat little wardrobe, which we'll have over here. Oh, before we do though, make sure we get rid of our dirt that we placed before. And if you want to, I actually quite like having this little cubby hole here. Maybe we could even stick a little trapdoor down into a mine or a basement eventually. But if you do want to fill that in, of course, you can remove the window there and just fill it in with wooden blocks. But yeah, I think we're going to have this just here. There we are. And then we also made up a little table and some chairs, which we can place down on this side. Oops, there we go. And we can use R to rotate those. And get them in there. And I think we have a mug as well. There we go. So we can get our little mug down. Oh, is that not something we can place? Oh, I thought that was something we can place. Consumable. Oh, never mind. I thought that was an object we can place. I thought it was in the furniture tablet. Never mind. Okay, next up, we're going to raise up the walls on this side and that side together. This is going to help us get to our bed, basically, when it's time for snoozing. So we're just actually going to go up 1 here on these 4, and then the same on the other side, like so. There we go. And then using whichever sort of wood we used on the stairs or similar. So I'm going to use hardwood because I actually quite like the slight variation in the tones as we move up. Oops. Try not to fall down. But you're not really high enough to cause any issues here. Whoops, there we go. Alright. Like so. There we go. This will all start to make sense in a moment. Next up, we're going to have our hardwood roof. Again, you can use any roof really, depending on the wood that you've been able to find. This is going to come to here, and using R to rotate it, we'll just stop there for now. The next bit's a little tricky, so we'll come to that in a moment. There we go. Sometimes you have to re-rotate it, but eventually, occasionally you'll miss like that. So you go and grab that one there. We're gonna have to get some more anyway. There we go. Okay, let's make some more of that, and then you'll place the same wood that you're using for the roof. This one I would try and match the roof if you can, because it'll look a little odd if you don't. And we're going to keep just coming off that one And the awesome thing about the roofs in this game is they know what's under them, basically. So if there's a full block under them, it fills in the wall, and if there's not, it gives us this beautiful sloped roof. I know it's getting dark, so just trying to finish this off before we lose all of the light. Like so, and then again, now we have a row of 3 now, and you just make sure you can get up there. It's going to be snug, but you are going to be able to get up into your bed, which is nice. And then we'll have a window here and here with the regular block in between, and then 3 blocks on top of that, like so. And then using those 3, we can finish off the roof, and then we're going to need some flat pieces, which we haven't made yet, just to do that last one there, because we're on an odd number here, so it doesn't get to a nice peak. I mean, you can leave it like that if you want to, or you can use a flat piece, which is what we'll do, because that's going to be able to carry on down across the middle. All right. So basically, once we've done this, we need to replicate this on the other side and then join it up in the middle. You need a lot of hardwood roofs. Go and cut down some of the biggest oak trees you can find. Once you've got the 2 sides done there, before you join the middle up, you're going to come in and start doing basically the exact same. But here, this time, we are a little lower. So it should all neaten up once we get to the top, if my math is right. Let's see if it is or not. Oops, all of this should link up here. We need to have the overhang. Sometimes you have to just continuously rotate these to get them to work. Sometimes the game knows what you're trying to do. More often than not, it wants you to prove it. There you go. And you get that nice sort of corner join there. Okay, we'll just jump up. And here we go. We're going to go from here then. Basically the same that we did on the raised bits, but this time, whoops, it's all the way around. Remember, if you're ever unsure about which way the piece is going to rotate, you can press R before you put it down. You'll get that little ghost there to figure it out. Go. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 1, and then all of our roofs should fit on here. Again, leaving that odd one in the middle for later, and then from there we can see. Sometimes it knows what it wants to do, sometimes it doesn't. From there we can join them in like this. So the trick is then in this one here. There we go, you'll get that angle piece, and I'll just show you that again before I go ahead and do the lock. It's a little fiddly. Put this into here as flat. There we go, and then on this side do the same, and then here there'll be one piece that sits in and joins them together, and it will take us all the way up to the top. I've had a very slight change of plan. Rather than going all the way around with the roof, I got to this point and I saw a nice little 3x3 grid on the top of it here. So what we're going to do is not put a block there. We're going to try and put a block there. There we go. And then we have these beams. Maybe will these work? Let's see. Okay, that goes that way. Maybe the beam isn't right. But I don't know whether I don't think I want more windows here, but maybe windows will do what we need. Okay, let's do this then. Okay, and then come up one more. There we go. Now, we're not going to go crazy with height here, but yeah, maybe windows will do it. We have them, so we might as well use them. Oops. I'm so used to Minecraft windows just sort of finding the right way there. I like the fact that we can adjust these, but I'm just not used to it. And then I'm tempted to put a roof straight on here, because I think if it goes too tall, it's going to look it's going to look more like a church steeple, which isn't really the look I'm going for. There we go. But there we go. We place these around here. Oh no, I thought it would figure that out. But that's okay. Replace that one. There we go. Cool. And I don't know if there is such a thing as like a weather vane or maybe something a little bit more sort of decorative that we can place on there eventually, but I think that's going to help just break up that pretty large roof there. Yeah, that looks good. Finishing off the overhang all the way around, both here and here as well, so we get that real nice dropped roof style, almost like a hobbit hole, you know, real low to the ground roof. I think that looks really good. Keeps it real cozy. I think this is the last one of those. Let's just double check. Make sure both the bottoms, there we go. And I think the big trick with a lot of builds like this, I love how cozy that's going to make the door look. Look at that. Oh, let's just close the door there. Yeah, I like that. I like how cozy that is, and we'll get some lanterns up here as well to really add to that cozy vibe. A lot of the thing with these builds is just, it's all about depth, and it's all about creating some different texture. Okay, and then I started with these flat ones here. Oh my goodness, they're just going everywhere. I don't want them. There we go. Leave those up. And these really are just for the inside. What they look like. Oh, that's actually the wrong way. And it says these are flat, but there is, in my head, there's a very slight peak to where they meet. So make sure that we get them the right way around, so they keep matching. Now this one might be a little tricky. Let's see if we work off this one. There we go. Is that going to be okay? We'll see. It might have a bit of an issue when it reaches the window here. Oh, no, we're okay. That's good. And then the last one, just in there. All right, we'll do that all the way around. Okay, next up, I got a few stone brick beams and hardwood beams, again, just made from cobblestone and the wood you're going to find around. And we're going to place these on the ends, just in front of the pillars there. And then on top of these, a little tricky to do, you might try and do the sort of bouncy method there, but you should be able to come down. There we go. And again, the roof sort of figures out that there's a piece there and comes to join it, which is great. There we go. And just these little bits of detail really going to help add to the build. It's a new day. I really like how these look. We're actually going to use something similar to begin to light up the place. So just a few blocks away, we're going to put one of those, and then we have a lantern. These are pretty easy to make. They use a candle and a piece of wood and one other thing. I think it's just twine, I guess. And we get a beautiful looking lantern. So we'll put some of those outside. There's a few options for nice and easy candles inside too. There's this one with some books on it. It looks a little spooky. There's also this nice lamp that also looks like a plant and is actually, yeah, it does actually light up, so we can put a lamp slash plant, and then wherever we want to put some surfaces, we can also place one of these sort of candles as well. So I think what we probably need to do is look at doing one of these here. There we go, and then we can put that on it. That's a nice little bedside table. That's good. There are some more like sort of stool and table options. I don't think we can place these on chairs. Whether we can place them on stools, I'm not sure. There we go. I've also got the wardrobe that fell out as I was doing something. We also have this cooking stove to place down. So we're going to have this over here. Oh, there we go. This is going to be the beginning of our kitchen. We'll put the wardrobe back in over here where we had it before. That looks good there. And then we can have our the beginnings of all the different workshop benches over at the back. I purposely haven't made this big enough to fit every bench. One of the big things about this game is that there's basically a bench for every different thing you can do in it. And the reason I haven't done that is because what I want to do is actually build a bit of a village with each of the the benches sort of having their own sort of home based on what the building is that we built. So I'm actually looking forward to doing that. We'll put a chest there, and then for the most part, chests sort of around the place wherever we need them. All of the crafting tables are able to use stuff in benches that are in chests, that are nearby. So, for instance, this one, the chef stove, you'll actually be able to grab materials from this chest, as would the builder's workshop and probably the workbench as well. Within 6 squares, the bench is able to be used there. The other thing you can look at doing is using more of these platforms around the sort of interior wall here with storage above them. And but yeah, for the most part, that's our little starter home. We've got a bit of room for expansion. We could put in a complete second floor where this bed is. That will just carry on over. It'll make the ground floor a little cozy, but it would give us all of that space. And then obviously, like I said before, we can work down into a mine through here as well. And there you have it. Simple starter house using just materials from the starting zone. And this took me just around about an hour and 30 minutes to put together. Hope you found it useful. Make sure you click subscribe for more Hytale content here on Geekisms Off Grid. Until the next one, be good.